Hey everyone, and welcome to Post to Post. My name's Neil. Thanks for joining me today, although I'm not going to be my usual calm self. I'm not going to make any jokes. Just to be blunt, I'm pretty pissed off. I'm quite angry. I had another video set to release today, and I was like, nope, not releasing that. There's something I want to talk about. So I want to go on a bit of a rant, and this is directed towards the NHL, and specifically the NHL player safety. I'm so disappointed by their decision regarding the McDavid thing, and, well, not the McDavid thing, but the Chandler Stephenson thing. So, rewind. Chandler Stephenson was just suspended for 3 games for throwing an elbow, okay? Earlier this week, Connor McDavid was fined $5,000 for elbowing Jesperi Kotkaniemi. I don't even know where to begin, okay? This is how frustrated I am. If I can't show the plays, I'll start there. I can't show them. It's against copyright. I do not want to get in trouble. So if you haven't seen the McDavid thing, you haven't seen the Chandler thing, please go quickly watch them and then come back. Or if you've already seen them, then I'm sure some of you are fired up as well. I'm actually not sure if this video is going to create a lot of comments where people disagree with me or agree with me. I don't really know other people's opinions. I just know my own, and I know that I'm upset. So Edmonton plays Montreal earlier this week. Montreal dominates the game. They play so well. One of the best games of all year that they played all year. Edmonton looked, I would say, okay in certain points of the game, but overall, that's not the Edmonton team that I've seen this year. I think they had like 16 shots in the whole game. That's not Edmonton-like. So McDavid's getting pretty frustrated from that perspective, and also he's hacked and slashed, and the Stars are picked on in the NHL, and there aren't any enforcers anymore. They can't police for the Stars. The Stars kind of have to police themselves. That's how the game has trended and changed to today's game. So it is, argue that in the comments if you want, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's not what this is about. But Connor McDavid kind of goes out of his way and elbows Kotkaniemi, knocks him down. There's a penalty on the play, and then he ends up getting fined, I think the day after, $5,000 from the Department of Player Safety or the NHL. When this happened, I said to a friend who was also watching the game, he's going to get fined. He is definitely going to get fined, and they disagreed with me. They said, no, McDavid's not going to get anything. So he gets fined, and I'm like, wow, they actually did it. Like I was serious in that I thought he was going to get fined, but I was almost joking at the same time. And I tweeted about it. I'm like, good job, player safety. I'm glad you threw out this fine. And then I come to learn out that most of you guys were shocked that it wasn't more. So I was right in the sense that it was a fine, but I was totally wrong in the majority of the opinion that most of you thought that it should be a suspension. So that was like, that threw me off. I was like, whoa, like maybe it should have been a suspension. I'm not sure, but I'm frustrated. Not because of that, okay? My frustration comes today. Chandler Stephenson was just suspended 3 games for roughly the same action or incident. Not in the same area of the ice, not identical play, but still extremely similar. It looked, it's pretty close. It's pretty close, guys. It's pretty close. Please go watch it if you haven't seen them. And he gets suspended 3 games. McDavid gets a $5,000 fine. Here's something funny, which adds to the frustration. McDavid has a prior suspension for a similar incident. I wouldn't say it was an elbow to the head, but it was a hit to the head. I think it was 2 years ago against the Islanders. Chandler Stephenson, guess what? You might think that he has a previous or prior history or suspension history in the NHL or fines. Nope. First-time offender, 3 games. And not just 3 games. This is a shortened season. So you think about suspensions in the playoffs that get, in a regular season game or season, if you do something, maybe it's worth 5 games. In the playoffs, it's worth like 2. There's not as many games played. So in the shorter season, to get a 3-game suspension in a 56-game season, what's that in an 82-game season? Is that a 5-game suspension? You're telling me that was a 5-game suspension, and you're still only going to give Connor McDavid a fine of $5,000? In a regular season? I don't think the amount of games in a season matter for McDavid's fine. He's going to get fined regardless of how many games are in the season. So that's another little tiny level of frustration. Connor McDavid has a prior history. He has been suspended before. Stephenson has not. Gets 3 games. McDavid gets a $5,000 fine. If that is not the most clear and biased favoritism example, I don't know what it is. Like, the NHL is clearly favoring the Stars. This is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And here's the thing. I'm not even mad at McDavid. I like what he did, okay? It was irresponsible. He's frustrated, but I don't blame him. He's getting hacked and slashed, and if I was in the situation, I'd probably do the same thing, knowing that I'd get a penalty, knowing I might get a fine, knowing I might get a suspension. That's not the right decision to do, but when you're in the moment and you're heated and you're pissed off, things happen, okay? Things happen. I'm not even angry at McDavid. I'm glad he did it. I liked seeing the life from him and the frustration and the anger and the physicality. I liked seeing it. I'm glad he did it. And he did it against my team. I know I'm wearing Edmonton right now. Maybe you're new, but I'm a Canadiens fan. I'm talking about McDavid. I decided to wear Edmonton today. I'm not even angry that McDavid did that to my team. Super happy about it. Thought it was going to be a fine. It was, but I'm still glad he did it. So I'm not mad at Edmonton. I'm not mad at McDavid. I'm not mad at Vegas. I'm not mad at Chandler Stephenson. Definitely not mad at Chandler Stephenson. Feel super bad for him. I can't even imagine the frustration that he is feeling, knowing that a superstar in the league did basically the exact same thing and just got a $5,000 fine with a prior history of suspensions. So that's cool. That's really neat. So my anger here is towards the NHL, towards the Department of Player Safety. This decision, to me, is like telling all of us, you're an idiot. You're stupid. You're so stupid. Because they just assume that we won't know the difference, or that we aren't going to be angry at this, and that we're not going to catch on. Like, this is so obvious. It is so obvious, and it makes me so angry, because I don't even want them to be right. If they hadn't have given McDavid a fine, I would think that was the wrong decision. But I wouldn't be angry about it. As long as they're consistent, that's the thing. I don't even want them to be right. I just want them to be consistent. That's all I care about. If you're going to give him a fine, McDavid, give Stephenson a fine for the same amount, the maximum, $5,000. Just do it. Also, $5,000 for someone who makes like $40,000 a day in McDavid? No. Okay, that is such a joke. It is an insult. Okay, it is ridiculous. That needs to change. But just be consistent. Like, that's all I want. I don't even want you to get it right. That's how low my expectations are, okay? I don't care if you get the call right, Department of Player Safety. And I hope you're listening. I know you're probably not going to watch this video. Absolutely you're not going to watch this video. But if there's just a slimmer of a chance that you might see this, I don't want you to get it right. I just want you to be consistent from call to call. That's it. That's literally it, okay? That's how low my expectations are. I just want you to be consistent. Because when we see a play like this early in the week, and then we see a very close play happen after it, and then we see a different result. So to me, this is clear favoritism towards a superstar in the NHL. And you might argue, there was an injury on the play. Well, you don't think that Kotkaniemi had an easy time getting up after an elbow to the head? Yeah, that probably hurt. So I just don't. I don't know. I'm really frustrated. I just don't understand. I just feel like the NHL is insulting us. Honestly, like, we're not smart enough to catch on to this, and yeah, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm a nobody making a video on the internet. Okay, I'm stupid. I don't know anything. So if I'm stupid and I don't know anything, why am I making a video telling the Department of Player Safety that they're wrong? Well, clearly they are. Like, and maybe I'm totally off the mark here, and maybe you guys don't agree with me, and if you don't, that's totally fine. I'm used to people I'm used to people disagreeing with me. But I feel like there would be a lot of people on my side of the argument. And even if there's not, I'm not going to apologize. I'm just talking out loud. We're just having some fun here. I know I'm heated and I'm angry, and I'm not making it up. I'm not faking it. But at the end of the day, we're having some fun, okay? We're having some fun. But I just feel like there would be more people on my side of the court than their side of the court. I think they're wrong. I think they're totally wrong. I think it's an insult to us. I think it's an insult to the game. And if I'm Connor McDavid, I probably feel bad about it, to be totally honest. I would feel like I was being given special treatment, and I wouldn't want to feel like that as a superstar or as Connor McDavid. Like, I wouldn't want to feel like that. He just wants to fit in. He just wants to be normal and play hockey and play amazing hockey because he's incredible. He doesn't want to be publicly put on this big pedestal even more by the NHL, by the league he plays for. Anyway, I'm done with this. Rant over. Hope you guys having a great day. If you're new, we'd love if you could hit the subscribe button. Maybe I'll do some more rants in the future if you guys enjoyed this. And if you didn't, well, I ain't doing this again. But hope you guys having a good day. And good start to your weekend if it's a long weekend for you with Easter. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button, and catch you later. Adios.